Silent masters of the North, the Inuits' millennia-long struggle with polar bears. In the frozen wilderness of the Arctic, facing one of the world's most powerful and deadly predators, polar bears, can be a matter of life and death. If you encounter a polar bear without any protection, your chances of survival drop below 10%. While many believe that polar bears avoid humans, they can become extremely aggressive when hungry or feeling threatened. However, for thousands of years, the Inuit people have lived side by side with these massive predators, developing incredibly smart survival techniques to protect themselves. Today, between 22,000 and 31,000 polar bears live in the Arctic, with the largest population in northern Canada. Around 16,000 polar bears roam the icy landscapes and coastal areas of this region. At the same time, more than 65,000 Inuit live in Canada's northern territories, spread across 53 different communities. These two worlds, the polar bears and the Inuit, have been intertwined for millennia. In the Nunavut region alone, between 300 and 400 polar bear incidents are reported each year. In some communities, people see polar bears near their homes at least once a week. In the 1980s, a coastal village might have experienced 20-30 polar bear encounters per year, but today, in some areas, the numbers reach into the hundreds. Due to climate change and melting ice, polar bears are spending more time on land, leading to more frequent encounters with Inuit communities. As a result, the Inuits' traditional knowledge and survival strategies are more important than ever. The secret to survival: understanding the polar bear. For the Inuit, polar bears are not just dangerous predators but also powerful and intelligent beings. Instead of seeing them as mindless threats, the Inuit recognize them as creatures capable of strategic thinking. Understanding their behavior has been crucial to the Inuit's survival. An experienced Inuit hunter can detect a polar bear from miles away. To understand the wind direction, they wet their fingers and hold them up or study the way small snow drifts form. Some hunters even claim they can sense a polar bear's presence from 2 kilometers away by reading the wind. By analyzing tracks, they can determine the bear's size, whether it is hungry, and what its next move might be. A bear walking in a straight line is usually hunting, while one moving in a zigzag pattern may not be an immediate threat. One viewer. The most remarkable Inuit skills is analyzing a polar bear's breathing to gauge its mood. Slow, steady breaths indicate curiosity, but no immediate aggression. Fast, shallow breaths suggest a scared bear ready to flee. Deep, loud growls mean an attack is imminent. Mastering scents. The art of food storage: polar bears can smell prey from 30 kilometers away. Because of this, the Inuit have developed advanced techniques to store their food safely. Traditionally, they keep food in special storage areas far from their camps. These storage units, often built with blocks of ice, make it difficult for polar bears to access the food. Sometimes, food supplies are divided into multiple locations, so if a bear finds one, the others remain safe. The Inuit also use various tricks to mask food odors. Cooking areas are kept separate from living spaces, and during cooking, a special type of moss is burned to disguise the scent. In some regions, they position their cooking sites according to wind patterns to prevent scents from traveling. Smart architecture: building against polar bears. Inuit igloos are not only designed for warmth but also as shelters against polar bears. Their dome shape prevents collapse even if a bear climbs on top. The entrances to igloos are narrow and low, making it nearly impossible for a broad-shouldered polar bear to squeeze in. Some Inuit even build igloos in a labyrinth-like manner to confuse bears. Communities have also developed various early warning systems against polar bear attacks. Packed snow pathways make a distinct crunching sound when stepped on by a bear. Night watchmen observe campgrounds from strategic observation points around the igloos. Facing a polar bear: traditional weapons. While modern hunters use high-caliber rifles, the Inuits' ancestors developed highly effective traditional weapons. One of the most important is the nuluk, a 2-meter-long spear. Made from flexible yet sturdy wood or whalebone, its tip, crafted from walrus tusk or bone, is designed to lodge into the bear's body, causing continuous bleeding. Some hunters designed interchangeable spear tips and carried spares for different situations. If a bear grabbed the spear, the Inuit could release the handle and escape, thanks to a clever release mechanism. Additionally, the Inuit have long relied on their dogs not just for transportation, but also as an early warning system. Well-trained dogs detect the scent of a polar bear and form specific formations to alert their owners. Seasonal strategies, adapting to polar bear behavior. The Inuit understand that polar bears behave differently in each season, so they adjust their survival strategies accordingly. Spring, the most dangerous time. Polar bears are hungry and more aggressive. Communities take extra precautions and move mostly during daylight hours. Summer, as sea ice melts, polar bears move to the shores. Inuit relocate their camps inland to avoid close encounters. Autumn, polar bears prepare for winter by hunting more. Inuit use rock piles and natural markers to identify high-risk areas. Winter, in complete darkness, camps are set up strategically, and movements of ice and snow are carefully monitored. Conclusion, a legacy of survival and wisdom. The Inuit's ability to coexist with polar bears is not just a fight for survival, it is an art of understanding nature. They're millennia old. Wisdom offers invaluable lessons about the delicate balance between humans and predators.